Hi, beautiful twin flames, masculine and feminine energies out there who know that you have met a sacred divine partner, but you are in separation, wanting to know what's up, wanting to know what the other one is thinking, feeling, like where's this ever headed. I did try it this way where I took all my time doing my invocation, my shuffling, and my cutting and spreading of the cards first to get right to it and not make you guys wait through a longer intro. Please tell me in the comments below if you like it this way, if you don't like it this way. I am a longtime reader, astrologer, healer, but I am new on YouTube, so still trying to figure it out. So please share with me if you have any feedback on what you like, what you don't like. And so I'm going to jump right to it. Please know that if you click off right away, you miss the whole gist of the reading, which is the outcome, which is where it's headed, because I do go in sort of a linear with all my readings, sort of past, present, future. So if you are going to click off, at least fast forward to the end and get the message about, you know, what's coming for you. Okay, so getting right to it, we're going to do, first we're going to look at how the masculine is feeling and thinking right now in separation. So he's definitely one, not letting go of the connection and the feelings. Okay, definitely not forgotten. Having some real feelings of sadness and heartbreak now in the present time, which is actually really good. That if you're a feminine who's been in a relationship with a masculine where you just feel like they've been in denial, they've been just running, thinking, you know, there's so much better out there, they're off having fun or just whatever. This is saying they are now feeling brokenhearted. They are now feeling truly sad about the ending of this or the separation that you're having. They cannot let go of this connection. Okay, so what's coming with them is more communication. Definitely they're going to be trying to reach out, trying to communicate with you. Now, whether you're going to let them in or not is another story, because we definitely have some cards coming up in the outcome of blocking. So what is happening here with the feminine? The feminine is here, okay, we have in the past this King of Swords, all right? And here there is this looking back on the past, looking back on this king. And there is some, you know, sadness. There's some feeling of loss. There's looking at, you know, what happened, how the cups of love were spilt, looking at triangulation that happened, not seeing the two cups of love, the lovers that's still standing. Okay, so definitely feeling sad and looking back at the past with the masculine. What is coming? So this is interesting. The Queen of Cups is coming for the feminine. So there is going to be some coming more into, for those of you divine feminines who've been feeling pissed, who've been Queen of Swords for a long time, this is saying that coming up, you are going to let yourself be more in your heart space. You are going to be letting yourself have more loving, forgiving, tender feelings for your masculine, okay? We do have, I'll jump ahead for a minute. We do have in the outcome, King of Cups showing up, okay? To, again, show that this is a true divine perfect match and partnership with Queen of Cups, King of Cups, okay? What we have coming, the way things are as is continued little efforts, little communications, okay? It's still not jumping to any kind of union or big efforts, okay? Because this is a page, little tiny efforts, little tiny messages, but trying to somehow convey something that's more stable and more real, because these are pentacles we're talking about here. So even if the page is coming, okay, whether it's the masculine coming to the feminine, most likely yes, or whatever, these messages, they're small, but they're trying to be talking about something real. They're trying to talk about stability. They're trying to show up in this connection a little bit more in the 3D, not just the 5D, and not just the running, okay, Seven of Swords kind of energy that we used to get, you know, a lot. It's nice to see that there's no Seven of Swords energy here, no Five of Swords energy here, no like big lie, betrayal energy, no like ruthless, self-centered, brutal energy. The only thing that's really showing up that's painful is sadness, broken heart, and regret. So honestly, like if this is where your masculine is, where he was in that other funky energy before, then it's like good. It's like it's about time. It's about time that he's feeling sadness, okay, about the separation, about what's gone on, about possibly his own actions in the past. What the advice is, interesting, for the masculine, the advice is 10 of Wands, 10 of Fire. This is interesting because it's saying a couple things. You know, one of the things is it's saying, you know, you have to bear the burden of all the bullshit that you've created and get the strength to not give up and own all this shit that's now on your back and keep continuing on to the finish line. Okay, that's the first advice. The second advice is to seriously look at everything that you are carrying and look at what's real, what's not real, prioritize, and make choices to put down things that don't matter, that aren't real, and really focus on making it to the finish line with the things that truly are important in your life, okay? All right, I'm gonna leave that. The advice for the feminine, oh my goodness, is the Lovers, okay? So for those of you who have been pissed and Queen of Swords in it and blocking, no contact, shutting out, which is all fine and good and you know, meant to happen, we do have coming up some advice here is to open to this connection. I know. I can hear some of you just screaming and saying, no. I finally got my boundaries. I finally stopped taking bullshit. Like, I'm done with this. And I do see that even if you do open to this connection, open to, you know, being in your heart space, open to this, the true love that it is, even so, it's not, you're not coming back into union. At least those people that this reading is for, I don't see any kind of immediate coming into union. I do see, even if you follow the advice, okay, I don't know why it's so dark. It's like the middle of the day. I still see periods of no contact. I still see periods of no communication. So it's like a little communication from the page, and then periods of no contact. Little communication from the page, and again, periods of no contact, okay? But it's cultivating something, okay? On the masculine's end, it's cultivating this King of Cups energy, okay? He's trying to move from a page all the way to a king. And he's trying to show up in his heart, okay, and having a cup of love to offer to match his Queen of Cups, okay? So there is effort for them to both get into their heart space, both offer a cup of love, and both be in King and Queen energy, not in Knight energy, not in spite energy, not in withholding energy. So the king is trying to get there. I see more that the queen, even though she is going to be coming into her heart space, there is still a lot of blocking energy here, okay, with 9 of Wands and 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is blocking because, you know, feminine, you know that you're aligned with your higher self. You know what's right and correct. And you're not bending on that for no one. Not for your divine masculine, not for anybody. You're just like, I'm standing my ground. If you come at me with any bullshit, I will just block. I will just block. Okay? So that's why that's going on. 9 of Wands, this is just having your guard up because you're freaking tired, you're exhausted, you're battle worn, you've been through too much. So these are definitely, I feel, the feminine energy. Like, I'm aligned with my truth. I've been through too much bullshit. Do not think you're just coming and just walking right into my heart. So that is the energy I see going on for the feminine. Now, what else is coming is there's going to be a real having to end something. And I believe it's this deception, confusion, murkiness, okay? And then really going through a healing process. Really coming into absolute truth between the two of you and aligned with the truth and having a new opportunity because of being willing to tell the truth. This is all looking a ways off, okay? This is not in the next 2 weeks. No, the next 2 weeks is little tiny offers, little crumbs, okay? And then still having periods of no contact, no communication. Then the masculine is trying to get into his heart space. The feminine is still holding her boundaries. I'm not taking bullshit. Do not come to me at all until you are absolutely willing to put an absolute end, 10 of Swords, death, to confusion, deceit, murkiness, and all that, until you're willing to come into judgment and own everything, talk about everything that's gone on, lay it all out on the table, and hash it out until there's absolute clarity and resolution. When that happens, that the masculine is fully ready to do that, and the feminine is really ready to put down her guard a little bit and really hash it out. That's a lot of steps. Don't kid yourself. Okay, there's a lot of things that have to happen here. Then we have healing, new beginning, totally based in honesty, aligned with the truth. Okay, and yes, a second chance. Okay, being born again into this connection with judgment. That's all looking a ways off though. So I'm sorry if this is not like feeling encouraging, but that's kind of the trajectory. These are all the steps and things that are coming that you're going to have to be going through. But again, we have free will, and timelines can change at any time based on what we decide to change and what our divine partner decides to change in our thoughts, in our feelings, in our actions, okay? The energy is going on here. I love this. We have for the masculine hawk spirit, which says, let spirit be your guide. And we have white raven spirit, which says, trust in the magic for the feminine. I love that you're both showing up here as spirit animals, birds, facing each other. And it's just, you know, it's spot on. This is talking to the masculine about really aligning with and finding his true self, his higher self. Okay, connecting to spirit, not ego, not caring about what everyone else in the world thinks. That's just all bullshit. That's all delusion, right? Connecting to spirit, following the messages of spirit, connecting to the higher self. Okay, so hawk for the masculine. And the feminine, this white raven to me is so gentle and pure with all these little white feathers. And this is talking about absolute trust. Okay, this is about letting go of burdens, letting go of past hurts, letting go of being jaded, coming into trust, like the Fool card. Okay, being ready to be just totally beginner's mind, okay? Letting go of preconceived ideas about everything you've gone through and the connection. Yes, you've learned things, but don't hold on to any preconceived ideas about this connection, because it's always revealing itself. This is talking about cultivating trust in the higher power, trust in the purpose of all of this. And while the masculine is learning to truly connect with his true self, his higher self, and connect and follow the messages of spirit. So I love that for you guys. You are going to still both be doing your own things, it looks like, for a while, and going back and forth with connecting and having communication, and then both going and doing your own work. So I hope that was helpful, all you darlings out there. Please do put messages below, suggestions, what you like, what you don't like. Please do like, share, subscribe, and check out your astrology tarot reading and your, I'm doing them for the signs, okay? And then I'm also doing, I'm doing it for the signs, and then I'm doing an astrology reading that's not tarot. Sorry if that's confusing. So please, yeah, check back. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful and magical coming couple weeks. Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Okay. Why is this just so fucking dark? All right. I'm gonna do a bonus. Reading for Scorpios. All Scorpio souls out there in love. Scorpio souls out there. Let's do relationships right for Scorpios. Relationships right for Scorpios. For the next 2 weeks. All right, next 2 weeks, September. Next 2 weeks. First half of September 2019. We're going to do up top 1, 2, 3. Scorpio's love interest or love partner that they're either in separation with or together with. 1, 2, 3. Past, present, future. Scorpios, souls, Scorpio souls. What's coming? What's coming? Okay, and then advice. Advice for Scorpio, advice for the partner. And then what comes? They follow the advice. Please tell me true for all Scorpio souls out there. God, please connect with those Scorpios, highest selves, all the Scorpios, guardian angels, highest light. Please tell me messages for Scorpio. Trina's highest self, Trina's guardian angels, the highest light. Please be here for Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio in love? 3 cards up top for their partner, 3 cards below for Scorpio. and an outcome and advice for the cross-watcher partner and for Scorpio, and outcome, faithfully advice. God, please tell me my truth for Scorpio, guys. Please tell me my truth for Scorpio. Relationship spread for the next 2 weeks for Scorpio in love. Okay, next 2 weeks for Scorpio in love, relationships.